Hello, I've been riding Suzuki's GSX-S1000F, the fully fared version of the naked GSX-1000. It looks like a sports tourer with its straight bars and tallish screen, but it's not, according to Suzuki. It's a comfortable sports bike, apparently. So there are going to be no official hard luggage options, just a tail pack and a tank bag. Is that disappointing? Well, after riding the bike at the launch on the Isle of Man's mountain course, I think it might be all right if it's just a comfortable sports bike. It's definitely got an engine of a sports bike. It's a 2005 GSX-R1000 engine with 143.5 horsepower. The aluminium chassis is new and the swing arm is from the current GSX-R1000. Now, a lot of modern engines have linear power delivery. What's nice about the GSX-S1000F engine is that it's got loads of low down and mid-range torque, but at 9,000 RPM it takes off a bit. There's an old-fashioned top-end surge. It starts just below peak torque, which is 78.2 pounds-foot at 9,500. Peak power is at 10,000 and the red line at 11,500. When it hits that surge, the front end feels less flighty than the naked versions does, less ready to take off, probably due to the fairing, which adds 7 kilograms of weight and another 20 kilograms of downforce at 120 miles an hour, according to Suzuki. When the front does skip off the ground, it still feels stable and well into triple figure speeds, taking a pounding from the ripples and bumps in the road. The GSX-S1000F felt completely sure-footed and the adjustable KY suspension kept excellent order. The hardware is the same as the naked versions, but the suspension settings have been altered slightly, increasing damping at both ends. Suzuki says for slightly sportier handling. It feels lightweight, tipping into corners like a sports bike, with the wide bars giving it a kind of more leisurely feel than clip-on fluid. The Dunlop Sportmax D214 tyres give good grip and the confidence to chase good lean angles. At low speeds, that lightweight feel and the straight bar and a good steering angle make the GSX-S1000F easy to manoeuvre. The seat is low enough for most riders to easily get both feet flat on the ground at 810mm. The brakes, 4-piston Brembo calipers at the front, feel powerful, easily controllable and progressive with ABS as standard. Traction control is also standard and it's refreshingly straightforward. No complicated menus to scroll through. It's one button on the left bar to tell it you want to change modes and 2 up or down buttons to choose between levels 1, 2, 3 or off. Information on the digital dash includes your average fuel consumption and range. I got 35.2 miles per gallon, which means 130 miles from the 17-litre tank. Of course, that will probably improve away from roads with no speed limit and not on a launch ride led by former TT winner Milky Quail, as this was. The riding position is comfortable with some good wind deflection from that tallish screen, even well north of 100 miles an hour. It's upright but sporty with a slight reach to the bars and the pegs directly beneath the seat, which is comfortable enough. I'm 5'9" and I had enough leg room. Now, I had a complaint after spending a week living with the naked GSX-S1000, that on-off throttle response. The fared version has it too. It wants to either accelerate or shut off, and maintaining a constant speed is a kind of delicate balancing act between the two. It's annoying in town. Out of town, it's not such a problem because you usually are either accelerating or slowing down, especially on a bike like this. Suzuki says it's to give the machine aggressive acceleration and a quick throttle response. It's something you get used to, and I'm sure lots of riders will live with it happily. Personally, I don't believe an aggressive or quick throttle response requires an on-off one. It's not the same thing. There are other bikes that manage aggressive torque and acceleration in response to a small wrist movement and still provide smooth drive at a constant throttle. Suzuki also wanted to highlight the easy start button. Instead of pressing and holding until the engine starts, you just dab the starter button once and release it, and the starter motor takes care of the rest. It's nice, but I think it solves a problem that I didn't know I had. The concern for the GSX-S1000F is whether the same could be said of the whole thing. Whether a comfortable sports bike that can't take hard luggage is a need that actually exists, or whether people will compare it to Kawasaki's Z1000SX, which does take hard luggage, and think, but the Suzuki doesn't even take luggage. If they do, the Suzuki is in trouble because the Z1000SX is also cheaper. The Suzuki is $9,999 plus on-the-road charges, and the Kawasaki is $9,699 with ABS and $9,299 without. The Kawasaki makes about the same power at 142 horsepower, a bit more torque, but it's 17 kilograms heavier than the Suzuki, which is 214 kilograms. With a beefier subframe for hard luggage, the Suzuki wouldn't be purely a comfortable sports bike, which I think it genuinely is. So leave the luggage at home, go for a ride on your favourite road in comfort.